Hello Dr. Usmaiza, we are GROUP6 and today we'll be sharing our presentation Designing Our Rich Life. In this session, we'll be sharing the financial challenges we have faced, the habits we have built, and how each of us defines a rich life. We will also take you through our vision for the next 5, 10, and 20 years and the smart goals we have set to achieve it. Before we begin, let us quickly introduce ourselves. I am Nurul Izzah binti Hamzah. This is Nur Rajiana Misha binti Johari, Sarah Danisha binti Khairul Nizam, and Nur Ashikin binti Ahmad. Together, we have worked on this journey to reflect on our personal finances and future goals. Hi, I am Izzah. So one of the biggest financial challenges I faced was not having enough money for food at the end of the month. It was stressful and made me realize that I wasn't managing my budget properly. To change this, I started meal prepping and keeping track of my spending. It really helped me stretch my money further, and I learned how important it is to be mindful of where every ringgit goes.
Hi, I'm Sarah Danisha. The challenge I faced was an online shopping addiction. I would buy things I did not need, and it was really affecting my finances. To tackle this, I started using a spending tracker app. It helped me realize just how much I was overspending. The lesson here was that self-control and discipline are key. I now plan my purchases and stick to my budget.
Hello, I'm Namisha. My biggest financial challenge was juggling a part-time job while studying full-time. At first, it felt overwhelming because I was constantly trying to balance my energy and time between lectures, assignments, and work shifts. Sometimes, I would even sacrifice sleep just to make sure both sides were handled. But over time, I realized the importance of proper time management. I started scheduling my week more effectively, prioritizing my studies while still earning some income. From this experience, I learned two important lessons: the value of hard work and the need to stay disciplined if I want to achieve long-term financial goals.
I am Nur Ashikin and I will continue with financial challenges which are not being able to afford textbooks during my studies. So at first, it was a real struggle, but then I became more resourceful by borrowing books from the library, seniors, or finding online resources. Because of that experience, I learned the importance of being creative and finding alternatives when facing financial challenges.
When it comes to financial habits, I have built some good ones, like saving a portion of my income every month, tracking my expenses, and comparing prices before buying. But I will be honest, I also struggle with impulse spending and sometimes borrowing from friends. To improve, I now set clear spending limits and stick to a realistic budget. It is not perfect, but it is helping me stay more disciplined.
One of the best habits I've adopted is using discount codes or cashback offers when shopping. On the flip side, I've fallen into the trap of overusing e-wallets or buy now, pay later services, which has led to unnecessary debt. To improve, I'm focusing on limiting these habits and practicing delayed gratification.
For me, one of the positive habits I have developed is saving and constantly tracking my expenses every month. It gives me a clear picture of where my money is going and helps me feel more in control. However, I also admit that I struggle with impulse buying, especially when I feel stressed or when there are online sales. Sometimes I end up spending on things I don't really need. To overcome this, I have started practicing mindful spending, asking myself if the purchase is necessary. My plan is moving forward is to set a stricter budget and avoid emotional purchases so that my money can grow in the right direction.
Next, I want to share about my financial habits. I have learned the value of comparing price and using cashback deals, which helps me to save more money. However, one of my weaknesses is impulse spending and borrowing money. Therefore, to improve, I plan to use spending trackers and set specific financial goals for the next few months.
For me, a rich life means having financial peace and stability. I don't want to constantly stress about money. My goal is to have enough saving to feel secure and to enjoy the freedom to make choices without worrying about debt. That is what a rich life looks like for me.
For me, a rich life means being able to travel frequently and help my family. I dream of having the financial independence to support my loved ones without hesitation. This vision also includes financial freedom to explore the world and create lasting memories.
A rich life to me means living without the burden of debt and having enough savings to feel secure no matter what happens. It's about building a strong financial foundations that gives me the freedom to focus on my personal goals, like furthering my studies or even supporting my future family. For me, real richness isn't about luxury, it's about peace of mind, stability, and being able to live life with fewer financial worries.
For me, a rich life means owning a business and enjoying passive income. I want to have the flexibility to work on projects that I am passionate about, while still having a steady income that doesn't need my full attention every day. To me, a rich life is not only about money, but also about having freedom. So I have the freedom to manage my time, support my family, and do the things that truly matter to me.
This is our shared vision board, which reflects what a rich life means to us as a group. We dream of having our own home, a safe and comfortable space where we can feel secure and create lasting memories with our loved ones. We also see ourselves continuing our education, whether through higher degrees or lifelong learning, because we believe the growth comes from staying curious and pushing ourselves to evolve. Another part of our vision is travel, exploring beautiful places, experiencing different cultures, and creating unforgettable memories while practicing sustainable and eco-friendly travel habits. And finally, we value personal growth and well-being. For us, a rich life means taking care of both physical and mental health, balancing work and life, and spending time on hobbies and passion that bring joy. Together, these dreams reminds us of what we are working towards, and they inspire us to stay focused on building a better future. In the next 5 years, I aim to pay off my student loan and own a car. By 10 years, I want to buy a house and start investing. And in 20 years, I see myself financially secure with a strong investment portfolio to support me and my family.
Moving on, my goal for the next 5 years is to save 10,000 ringgit. And in 10 years, I want to own a small businesses, and by 20 years, I plan to retire early and work remotely.
In the next 5 years, my main focus is to build an emergency fund of 3,000 ringgit. This might sound small, but I believe it's an important step to prepare for unexpected situations. By 10 years, I aim to have a stable career and income while also being married and starting a family. By that time, I want to have financial security to cover household expenses comfortably, and in 20 years, I hope to set up a proper education fund for my children so they won't have to struggle with financial challenges like I did.
Looking ahead, in the next 5 years, I plan to get a full-time job and save 5,000. After that, in 10 years, I hope to travel overseas and take a professional course. And finally, in 20 years, my goal is to achieve financial freedom through passive income.
To achieve that vision, my SMART goal is to save 6,000 ringgit in the next 2.5 years. I will do this by putting aside 200 ringgit every month, mainly by cutting down on food delivery. So with consistency, I believe I can be debt-free and financially independent by 2027.
For my SMART goal is to start my online businesses by 2030. I will aim to earn 500 ringgit per month in sales by learning from free online resources and launching my business in mid 2030.
My SMART goals is to save 3,000 ringgit for emergencies by September 2026. To achieve this, I plan to save 250 ringgit every month from my allowance and part-time income. I will also discipline myself by limiting online shopping to once a month. This way, I can redirect more money into my savings. By staying consistent, I know I'll be able to build a financial cushion that keeps me prepared and confident in facing unexpected challenges.
To support my financial vision, my SMART goal is to save 5,000 for travel and investing within the next 18 months. To achieve this, I plan to take freelance jobs or tutoring opportunities, and I will set aside a fixed amount each month from what I earn. So this goal is important to me because it not only helps me prepare for future investments, but also give me the chance to experience new things like traveling. By staying consistent and disciplined, I believe I can successfully reach this target by March 2027.
In conclusion, my journey has taught me that small, consistent steps really make a difference. From facing challenges like not having enough for food, I learned how important budgeting and discipline are in shaping a secure financial future. By building better habits, setting a clear goal, and planning for the next 5, 10, and even 20 years, I now feel more confident about reaching financial stability. For me, living a rich life is not about luxury, but about peace and mind stability and the freedom to make choices without worrying about that. That is the future I'm working toward.
I have learned the importance of managing my time, controlling my spending, and setting clear goals. This journey showed me that even small steps lead to big changes, and while money doesn't buy happiness, managing it wisely gives us peace of mind.
From this journey, I have learned that financial challenges can teach us to be more resourceful and creative. My own struggle with textbooks remind me that there are always alternatives if we are willing to find them. I also realized that small habits like tracking expenses and setting goals can make a big difference over time. So in conclusion, I believe that with discipline and consistency, I can achieve financial freedom and design the life I truly want.
So, in this journey, we learned that everyone faces different financial challenges, but with discipline, planning, and small consistent steps, we can improve our money habits. A rich life means something unique for each of us, yet we all share the same goal of achieving financial freedom. This project reminded us that it's not about how much we earn, but how wisely we manage our finances to build the life we want.
Thank you for listening to our presentation. We hope our journey has inspired you to take control of your own finances and start designing your version of a rich life. Always remember, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how well you manage it that truly makes the difference.